Okay, OGDOADIC or Abyss is actually insane. I know I said this same thing about speedroids, but OGDOADIC may be even better. And as I was like researching the deck and making lists and building it, I was like, I actually really want to buy this deck IRL and play it. And then I looked at the price tag. No, no, the OGDOADIC cards like will cost you if you want to play like all of them. Like with this, the list I am showing you here doesn't run the king or queen. I don't think. Yeah, these two, because you don't really need them. But an OGDOADIC core will run you about $30. I'm like, you know what? That's okay, I guess. But at the same time, let's just actually look at a OGDOADIC like normal list. Chaos Space are like nearly $10 each. We have the entire Invoked package. Yeah, Invocations cost more than the entire Abyss core. And, that's $10, that's 30, that's 20, that's like a good bit. Yeah. Okay, wow, this isn't that cheap. What am I gonna do? That's where I come in. Hi, I'm Chum Salmon. I'm broke. I introduce to you Budget OGDOADIC. So, let me explain how I came up with this list. So first, I joined the OGDOADIC Discord. I was like, hey, is there a budget version? And they're like, oh yeah, OGDOADIC Time Thief is cool. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then they showed me a list. It was a Kali Yugo Bardiche turbo deck. And that's not something I'm interested in, because I want to make just a deck that's solid, not shenanigan-y, I guess you could say. So I was like, okay, well, I guess, you know what, Time Thieves are pretty budget, so let's just start there. And then I built this list. I'll quickly go over the list and then try to show you some shenanigans, I guess you could say. So we have the Abyss cards. We have one of the Overlord. We have the Banish Recycler, dude. We have the Special Summon. We have this guy that I never use. The Snake Lily, Water Lily Searcher. We have Summon. Yup. We have Foolish Burial F. We have Foolish Burial F. We have Regulator. We have Bezel Ship. We have Winder. We have Adjuster. We have Skullmeisters. We have Veilers. We have Foolish Burial. We have Monster Reborn. We have a small danger package. Don't ask me why this danger package looks like this. These are the cheap dangers. So yeah. Now let's look at the extra deck. We have Dingirsu. We have King of the Feral Imps. We have Abyss Dweller. We have Reptilian, Echidna, Magician, Megaclops, Rika, Hyperiton, number 69, Sanafon, 107, Explorer, Lancelot, Nightmare, and Exiton Knight. So now, I mean, the main deck seems fairly explanatory. But the extra deck, what is going on here? So, the main reason that I was having issues with this deck was not the main deck. The main deck is kind of the more cheap thing, but the extra deck, all the good rank 8s are quite expensive. I was trying to get everything, like, the most expensive thing. I didn't want anything to be over $5. Hope Harbinger, Dragoobleon, Numeron Dragon, the other one, even Divine Felgrand, which is not that great of a card, all of them were like $10 or above. So I was just like, nope, nope, nope. It's time to get scuffed. And that's how I came up with this extra deck. So King of the Feral Imps is one of the major big things. It's just an important card. Dingirsu is good for just outing cards. Abyss Dweller is, well, Abyss Dweller. Reptilian Echidna, you could take this out. It doesn't really matter. Magician is specifically made for the purpose of using having like some other XYZ on the field, summon Gaga, revive a Ferrolimp, go into Megaclops. Because Megaclops is insane. So that's that entire thing. Then we have the Strenna Hyperiton combo, which I think is actually a really fun combo because you just like, and it works very well with this deck because like you just slay. Usually what I do is like I summon like I have some cards on the field and then overlay like Nihil and like a Time Thief card into Strenna, and then just use either Curse or the other one, Aelith, to just summon themselves out to go into rank 8 plays, and then just be able to summon Hyperiton, which is actually like a really strong card, at least in this deck, because you just have the ability to bring it out with a rank 4. That's pretty strong. Xanathon is shockingly good. Like, it's not that expensive. It can get very big, which it has destruction protection, and it's like a bad Abyss Dweller. Neither player can special summon monsters from the graveyard. You may think, that doesn't work well with a deck that's based on summoning stuff from the graveyard. Thing is, you just activate that effect after your turn, and it lasts until the end of your opponent's next turn. So when it's your turn again, it doesn't mess anything up. It works well with the deck. Tachyon Dragon, it negates effects and gets big. It's just like a replacement for like the Numeron Dragoobleon OTK stuff, which is why I put him in here. Explorer is big ship go brrr. I just thought it was a good card. Like, this is because I like Spriggans. I just put it in there because of that. Then we have Lancelot, which is the only like hard rank 8 negation. Let's see, 1 second. Once per turn during either player's turn, when a spell or trap card or another monster effect is activated, detach. So the issue with this is it's a mandatory effect. So your opponent can just be like, activate legitimately just any effect and bait this negation out. It's the worst form of negation, but it's at least something. Like, Valor's better than it, but it's just something. Then we have Nightmare, because, oh, will you look at that? All the Time Thieves are dark. Oh, will you look at that? Some of the Abyss cards are dark. Oh, will you look at that? Nightmare needs dark monsters. Oh, will you look at that? Is that Double Book of Moon? It's a good card. And then Exciton Knight. It's Exciton Knight. What else can I say? You know, it's Exciton. You know what I'm saying, man. You know what I'm saying. You know. If you know, you know what I'm saying, man. All right, now, after that random rant, to show you how this deck works, Regulator effect, summon Winder and Bezel Ship. This is. I just want to say there are no like set combos, I guess you could say, for this deck, because it's just a deck that does things. That's a really bad way to explain it. So now what you could either do here is go for King of the Ferrolimps, which I think I will actually do, and then go detach the Bezel Ship, search for Nihil, then Bezel Ship effect, detach the Winder, summon this out, triggering the Jester summon from hand. You see how the Time Thief and Ferrolimps, they work together beautifully. Now you overlay into Strenna here. Now let me just say, so here with your normal summon, you have 2 XYZ monsters on the field. Both can be used as like tribute fodder. You have the ability to go into either like a Megaclops or go into just really anything that you want. So then you activate Null, pitch Aelith. This is if you're unlucky enough not to open the Snake Thuthrane. Now that I have 4 in the graveyard, I'm going to activate the Snake Lily, pitching that, summoning out That same one. Oh, will you look at that? That's interaction number 1. A complete board wipe. And now, if you can tell, this deck does a lot of extending. Now what you can do is just, first I'm going to trigger Winder, because, you know, you can actually do that now. Summon Winder. Summon out Null, because why not, I guess. Make Megaclops, or wait, sorry, not make Megaclops. Make King of the Feral Imps, a second one, you know, because this is fine. This is fair and balanced. It's a very hard once per turn. That's what she said. Now you have 3 XYZ monsters on the field. Into the Megaclops you go. Now for some reason, that didn't trigger the card I was thinking about. So then you can just do other stuff, you know. I didn't mess up my combos there at all. I'm the perfect human being. But other than me being a complete idiot and not knowing how to play this game, you can see that the combination of Time Thief cards, like regular is insane, with the ability that the Time Thief cards allow you to search for your Abyss cards to get your Abyss combos rolling. Just like if you look at okay, we don't talk about that hand. Every single hand here has had some form of a play. It's constant. There's not... This deck is very hard to brick on because... And also none of these hands have opened Snake Rain. Because, like, all your Nihils, all your Nulls, Snake Rain, Snake Lily, all of these either start your plays or are your plays. Then you have Regulator, which is an easy thing, and then just doing shenanigans with these. And that's why... But there is an issue with the fact that if you just, like, open some Curses and some, like a Jester Winder without any XYZs on the field, you're like, oh no, what do I do? That's where the small portion of dangers come in. You use these dangers to just summon, get free bodies on the field, and to try to dump bricks from your hand into the graveyard. So that's how this deck works. It's pretty budget, I think, from me looking up on TCG Player. It's gonna run you like $60 at max. Like the actually probably less. It kind of depends on the price of the time thieves. If on one day the time thieves are really cheap, then it's gonna be like literally just like $50. But if the time thieves are expensive on that day, it's gonna be 60. But still, for the power level of this deck, it's pretty good. I've been just kind of bragging about how amazing this deck is. I'll talk about the negatives. Is that it does have the ability to brick, as you can see. Like, you run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, all these cards do not open well. So you can open a lot of bricks. Thunderbird doesn't do anything on your first turn. You could just probably take Thunderbird out. You don't really need it. But the other weakness of the deck is the extra deck. The extra deck lacks the good stuff because of the budget restrictions. As I said, if you're Elon Musk, that's kind of all the way out there, but if you want to put like over $100 into the deck, go for it and go for this build. This build is the one that I've been rocking, and it is amazingly powerful because of the fact that you still have the recursion of the Abyss engine. If you didn't know, the Abyss engine is actually really recursive. Plus, you have the other recursive engine of the Invoked engine. Like, when you think of, what's an engine that can be used every single turn to make a negate or something? What card would that be? What card? Oh, Invoked. Normal summon Alistair. Monkey flip go burr. Works well. And also, this is kind of a dumb thing, but if you get Null, summon Null, normal summon Alistair, effect, search invocation, overlay them into King of the Feral Imps, boom, you get the Phalanx off the field. You just got a search for any of your reptile boys, and you got all the materials you need to make a Mechaba. It's kind of cool. So this is definitely the build that I would say go for. But also, as I said, like, Chaos Spaces are like $8 at minimum. Invocation is like somehow over 40. What's going on here? Even Mechabuzz, like Mechaba, I think like even the not the secret, the super rare has like gone to the moon. Dogecoin invest, haha, yes, donks. Like legitimately, even Mechaba, or super rare invoked Mechaba is like $6. I remember when they were like 1 cent. That makes no sense, but I'm trying to prove the point that this deck is going to be a lot more expensive than other versions and other decks. And to get a really, really good strong list, you're going to have to invest a lot of time and money into it. But honestly, I think it's worth it. This deck is fun and really strong. I'll be uploading my the making it playable video hopefully soon once I actually get to building the deck. Suship Discord, I hate you. Why do you give me these ideas? But with that, OGDOADIC, Gober, Monkey Flip, POG Champ.